Hi folks, and welcome to the Money Mental UK YouTube channel. I'm your host Andrew. I'm a part-time eBay and depop reseller and a mental health advocate. Today I'm continuing my regular series, the Reseller Accountability series, where I show you some items that I picked up and listed, talk about why I picked them up, how much I've listed them for, and generally sort of hold myself accountable to you guys for making sure I actually do some listings and get some stuff out there on eBay, Depop and any other platforms that sell on. It's at the end of my sort of listing week, as it were, now on a Thursday. I've listed at least 10 items every day this week, so I'm really pleased with that. I'm conscious didn't do a video on Tuesday, but I did list 10 items then as well, so yeah, it's been a good week. Thinking about my plans for next week before I get into the actual listings. I am going to go back to listing clothes again next week. That means I'm actually going to do quite a lot of cross-listing or cross-posting stuff, so it'll be listed on both eBay and Depop. I don't do as much as that as I should do because it just takes time to cross-list stuff. It can be a bit fiddly. It's a bit of a pain to do, to be honest. And also, you know, when stuff sells, you've got to remember to take it off the other platforms as well. But there is a tool that can help with that, that can improve all of those things, which is called Zipsale. I've actually got a link down below to Zipsale and an affiliate code. If it's something you want to look at, please use my code. But basically, it's a cross-posting tool. If you've watched my content before, you'll have seen the guys behind Zipsale came and did a live with me, and since that live, it's improved quite a lot. Taken on board a lot of the feedback that was given. They've got features now like automatic delisting when something sells, which they've been working on. That appears to be live now, so I'm hoping to take advantage of that. They've also got a sell similar feature in there now that was requested. I believe it's based on current listings at the moment, but they're working to do that based on sold listings as well. And they're introducing more and more marketplaces to it. I think it's got Vinted, Depop, Shopify, eBay, Etsy, all on there at the moment. Working to bring in Facebook Marketplace, Sprock, I believe, as well, and various other places. So it's probably worth signing up for, especially as at the moment they're doing this refer a friend scheme, which is why I'm linking to it and talking about it here below, or one of the reasons why I am, where if you sign up someone else, you get £10 if they list 10 things using Zipsale. And the absolute best thing is that it's free for 3 months. So if you sign up today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, you get 3 months completely free with no obligation, and you'll get access to that refer a friend scheme as well. So potentially you could make some money from encouraging people to use it, as well as save time on your cross-listed, and have a really good tool for managing that process. Anyway, that's enough of the hard sell on that. Let's get into what I've actually listed. So all books today, because on my way to the unit to do my shipping, I stopped off at, well, I actually went to 2 charity shops, but I stopped off primarily at one, and they were doing 2 books for £1. The other one I went to was like massively overpriced. Like basically they were asking eBay money for the books, which is fine if I can get it. But those books have been there for a very long time, and I think the problem is the shop doesn't have the reach that eBay does, doesn't have the footfall that eBay does. You know, eBay's millions of people, worldwide audience. Charity Shop Wrexham doesn't have quite the same audience, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll say eBay prices, they're slightly below eBay prices, but not a huge amount. So I only picked up 1 book in that charity shop, which was this, the Hannibal Journal. It was quite a limited edition sort of soft cover book written by Rob Harris. Paid £1.50 for it. There has been one that's sold for £10 plus postage. There's not that many not that many listed. For World Books are asking about 15 quid for it at the minute. I've listed this for £12.95. I expect they'll hang about for a bit, but it might not be that long because, as I say, there's not that many listed. That's a pretty cool book. So yeah, that's got on £1.50, £12.95. You know, if it sells for anything above a tenner, I'll be happy. including shipping. Then the next bundle I bought a bundle of books. Say it was two for £1 in the charity shop. On all books, no matter whether paperback, hardback, fiction, non-fiction, whatever. So I spent probably a good 20 minutes or so going through the books there, maybe 15-20 minutes. And I picked out a few, and these are all they're all sort of pretty rare, pretty unique books that I picked up, mostly around a particular theme, as you'll see. Not a lot, in fact. I don't know I think there's only probably one or two of these that have sold on eBay before, and that's because most of them haven't been listed on eBay before from the research I can do. I've done so far. Some have been on Amazon, but they're not in stock on Amazon. They're on some very rare specialist sites for some really good high prices. We're talking individual book sites, bookshops, etc. So some quite interesting books. Don't know if they'll sell or whether they'll sell for the prices I've asked for, because I've had to sort of guess for a lot of them. But yeah, we'll get into it anyway. First book, no particular order. The first one is the Holy Bible. This is a 1990 Holy Bible, the New Open Bible, New King James Version, Reader's Edition, although it also says Study Version inside when I looked at the cover. It's got this little cover up on it, but it's also got, it's bound in leather. It's got this really nice gold on it. It's a really, they're not cheap to buy these things. And obviously this was 50p, so it was cheap to buy. Not a lot of history on this in the UK. There is in the USA, where it's obviously a more devout country, I think it's fair to say. I've listed this one for £21.95 free shipping. We'll see how that gets on. This is one of the books that does have kind of a history of selling. It's Henry Moore, The Arts Council, 1968. It's a load of images. It's basically like some kind of souvenir guide or whatever. But yeah, properly vintage book from the 60s. Have been a couple of these copies that have sold. There isn't that much listed. It is quite rare, so the rarity in mind, etc. It's gone for £12.95 on eBay, free shipping. Again, like I say, we get a tenner or so for it from 50p. Be more than happy with that. These next books, I'll show you them all together. I'll just pull them all into a bundle. Yeah, I took a slight punt on these. The first one, I'll show you the first one. Right, this has sold on eBay before. It looks like it's gone for around 20 quid. It's Royal Academy of Arts, illustrated 1986. It basically relates to an annual exhibition that they hold of art. And it just shows you all the pieces of art that they've got there. Like I say, there has been one that's sold. It's gone for around the 20 quid mark. I can't remember if there's any that is listed at the moment or not. The one that sold was in slightly better condition than this. Probably not by much, but it's listed as new other. I'm not going to list the book from 1986 as new other unless it's really perfect. But this one obviously isn't. It's gone as good. I'd rather downplay the condition. But yeah, I've listed this for £19.95 free shipping. And then I've got some more from different years. These are slightly smaller, those were bigger then. I've got 1972, 1976, that's a different book, and I've got 1971. So yeah, they're all in good condition for their age. I was just going to put these on as a bundle for like 20 quid, the 3 books together, but I decided, because there aren't any others of these listed at the minute. They've got some real rarity. It's a popular subject. Obviously that 86 one has gone for some decent money. I know it is a bigger book, but I don't know if that should make a difference really. I decided to list them for £19.95 each and see how they do. Because these are rare books. They're not exactly easy to get hold of. And they've got all the pictures, etc. that were there. They're good from a historical historical sort of perspective, through their art history or anything like that. Might be studying that, might be interested in it. Somebody who attended the exhibit and they get a book and now looks back on it fondly and thinks, oh, I wish I'd got one of those books, etc. You know, there's potentially an audience out there. Might have to hang on to them for a while, but you know, like I say, it's rare. I've got like the only copies. I'm going to try and command a decent price for it. The next one, this is sold on eBay before for a few quid. It's The Modern British Artist as Printmaker. It's a small book, probably goes large letter. There's only one other copy I can find listed at the minute, which has gone on for £12.95. So I've just matched them at £12.95. I've got best offer on, so somebody might look at mine and think, oh yeah, I want that. He's got best offer on, I'll buy his and put me in an offer. We'll see how it does. The one that sold before I got for like £6 or £7, but to say, like, there's only one other listing. Again, it's one of those books that seems to be quite rare. The audience for it might be quite rare as well, but hopefully somebody will take that. And another rare book. This isn't in the best condition, so I really ummed and ahed about picking this up, even for 50p. But I did in the end pick it up. It is the Joe Annual. I have no idea who Joe is. Apparently, it's based on the popular BBC television programme Joe from the Watching Mother series. Now, I can only find one of the Joe Annual listed on eBay. It's on for auction at the minute at 99p, and it's from 1971. It's not got any bids on it. It probably doesn't seem to be getting a lot of interest, but there's not a lot of keywords on it. It literally says Joe Annual 1970, so I've put a few more keywords in mine. Obviously, I've not put it on auction. The condition on this isn't great, like I say, so I have listed the condition issues and taken photographs of some of them. But because of the rarity, I can't find anything like this listed, sold, etc. So it must be. So it's, you know, it is a rare annual. And I was doing a bit of research into 1970 annuals from that year, and I can see, like, you know, certain ones. There's ones that go for like £100 and whatever, and stuff from more popular shows, but also annuals that you'd think would be more popular as well because those shows are more popular. So I've listed it for £24.95 free shipping, just based on that rarity, noting the condition, etc. If the condition had been better, I'd have gone for £30. I have no idea what this will achieve, if anything at all. It might go for that £24.95. It might go for £5. Genuinely don't know at this stage. Not a clue. But, you know, it's worth a try, really, isn't it? Like, I can't find any of the copies for sale in the world. So, yeah, somebody else is probably going to comment and find one now. But, yeah. Then next, it's just more of a standard traditional pickup. Haynes Motorcycle Basics Tech Book, 2nd edition. These prices are a bit all over the place on these. They always tend to be of Haynes guides because, you know, they are obviously a lot more common than some of the other books are showing you. I've listed this, I think, for £11.95. Because stocks of it are running quite low. Yeah, £11.95 I've listed for it. Because stocks of it on eBay, certainly anyway, are running a little low at the minute. There's not a huge amount of competition out there. There are a couple of listings that are cheaper than mine. If they get picked off, then it'll go to mine next. And you know, Haynes manuals do tend to sell fairly regularly. Condition on this is really good as well. It is almost like new. There is a price, $2.99, written on there in pencil. I'll have an eraser to get rid of it. So I'm hoping buyers aren't going to kick off about that. I'll just say that, like, look, it's an older book, that's what it cost, but it was bought from the shop or whatever. Yeah, that, if I get any £8 or above on that, I'd be more than happy with that. Then the final book is the one that I've listed for the most money, and the money I've listed it for is a total guess, because I literally cannot find another copy for sale in the world at all of this, and it's by an artist who's died sadly in 2017. I've done my research on it. It's this In Light book, Chris Wainwright. It's got various photographic images in it, and it's been around various cities, London, Amsterdam, Hong Kong. Some really cool pictures in there. Like I say, it's an artist who's died. The book itself was a very limited publication. That I believe was sort of like a private publication, maybe even. I've just found an ISBN on it, which is good because I can put that in. So I'll put that in afterwards, right at the back. So, you know, like on his website it says get in touch to order a copy. I don't know if they'll have any copies or not. That's the only competition I could find basically for this book. So I've literally made up a price on it. Again, $39.95 free shipping. And we'll see how it goes. I'll put that ISBN in it afterwards because that'll help it come up on searches. But yeah, I like there was a copy on Amazon in somewhere in Central America, but that actually had sold today because it was there for sale earlier and it's not for sale now anymore. That's like the only other thing I could find. So I made up a price, 40 quid. No idea, absolutely no idea what will happen with that again. But you've got to take a punt on these things sometimes. You know, I'm sure some of those books will go reasonably quickly and they'll pay for the rest, and the rest is all just good learning. But hey, if any of you guys have sold stuff like this before and you've got any feedback, etc., feel free to put in the comments. But it's just something totally different, not stuff that could be researched in the charity shop. It's just stuff I had to take a punt on. Like I said, those books, apart from the Hannibal one, the rest of them, it was a £5 in total. I'm happy to risk a £5 to gain some knowledge about what to pick up, what not to pick up. And, you know, I feel pretty confident that I will recoup that £5 and hopefully make a decent profit on it in return. I mean, the total value of all 11 books that I've listed, the total value of actually listing for, comes up to £217.45, including the Hannibal book. So from £6.50, you know, over 200 quid's worth of value added to my eBay store there as once we sniffed that. But yeah, that might be completely unrealistic. But you know, even I got half that from a £5, you know, for like 15-20 minutes in the charity shop. Listing didn't take long. It's, you know, a couple of pictures. It's like 20 minutes to list them, and the shipping, it's so easy on that. It's, you know, an hour's work probably to do that. You know, even at the outside, we could say, you know, some of them I wanted to wrap really carefully and whatever. You know, an hour and a half at most. You know, it's got to be done. So yeah. Anyway, as I say, that's it for this week. Drink Revenge will be on tomorrow. I shall be back next week with some more accountability videos, and we'll see how I got on with using Zipsale as well. Talk a bit more about that. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. See you on the next video. Bye for now.